Hi everyone, it's Nicole for Simon Says Stamp, and today I have a card featuring products from the brand new February card kit. This is an awesome card kit with, like you would probably expect, love themed and products and colors, lots of pinks and corals, and then lots of craft and other great colors in this kit. It is packed full of great cardstock. This stamp set is amazing. It has a beautiful rub-on set, clear embossing powder, a paintbrush, a gelato, all kinds of great things in this kit. Now to create my card, I first die cut some of the khaki cardstock in the kit using the largest stitched rectangle die from Simon Says Stamp. And then I am using the Shirley Stitched Heart, also from Simon Says Stamp, and die cutting that from that rectangle. I did this because it kind of helps give a really good guideline for how I'm going to put my card together. I always like to start with my base die cut. It's always exact because it is a die cut. Yes, I could die cut it with my paper trimmer, but I love that it's exact because it is a die. So I'm going to just set the craft die of this with the cute little lines and then the stitched heart aside. I can use that on another project and keep all the negative space. And then I've die cut the positive space from some of the white cardstock in the kit. I'm actually going to be creating an inlay using the craft as the base and then the white portion there inlaid. And then I've die cut it again from one of the pattern papers in the kit to finish off the inlay with a really pretty patterned heart. So while there is quite a bit of paperwork going on here, it is not a lot of layers. It's really flat, which means it's going to mail beautifully. So here are the elements, and I made sure and kept those little lines you can see at the bottom of my screen, those little craft inserts that are going to go there to the sides of the stitched heart. And I've die cut some little hearts from another one of the pattern papers in the kit as well as the text paper in the kit. And I just used the little heart that comes inside of the Shirley Stitched Heart die to die cut those. And I ended up with 5 of those that kind of go along the border of my card. Now I wanted to create a little bit of a distressed background using some white paint. And what I ended up doing is using my Mr. Huey Calico White Mister and the paintbrush included in the February card kit to spritz and create droplets of white paint all over my design. You could also use a white acrylic paint, maybe even watered down with a little bit of water to help it, splatter a little bit better. Distress paint, anything like that. I just grabbed something that was handy, which happened to be this Mr. Huey Mister, but I took the top off. I didn't actually mist it. I used a paintbrush to apply those droplets, and then I set it aside to dry. Once it is dry, I've applied some adhesive to my white card base, also created using some cardstock from the February kit, and I placed just the bottom portion of my die cut base layer on my card. Next, I'm adding the Shirley Stitched Heart in white, and I put added adhesive with the zig glue pin there, and then I'll finish with that top khaki piece. Once I have that, I can go ahead and apply some little lines of liquid glue here and replace my craft pieces right here. So it's kind of like a puzzle piece putting it back together. This is a more simple inlay design than some of them you might see, but I think the end result is so amazing. It really looks like one solid piece, yet it's got all these different colors and things going on. And the stitched texture of the dies really adds yet another fun element to the design. I'll go ahead and replace my pattern paper heart. And when I die cut that, I made sure that I kind of lined it up. I wanted to get the maximum impact from that awesome pattern paper. It almost looks like a quilt design, and I love it. So I tried to make sure I lined it up so that it was more even, if that makes sense. Now I'm taking one of these stamps from the stamp set included in the card kit this month. This is the Paper Hug stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, also available individually or for individual purchase if you do not want to get the entire card kit. And then I stamp that with some dark chocolate ink. And then I'm applying my little die cut hearts, some of them with some foam adhesive, and the rest I'm adhering with glue dots. And I'm going to do that all along the border here. I felt like I didn't need a huge greeting for the front of my card for this design, simply because I have lots going on. I wanted to kind of keep it uncluttered, if that makes sense. I didn't want to add a huge greeting to that like bottom left corner. I love the small sentiments. But then to finish it off, I will stamp one of the other greetings on the inside of the design. So I'll continue adding my hearts until I have all of that, or all of them placed how I want them to look for this card. I did take some embellishments from my own stash to finish off the design. I felt like it needed some little gemstones or sequins or something, and I ended up using pearl and rhinestone gemstones, just some that I had, to kind of add a little bit of detail and just an additional embellishment to the design of the card. Couldn't decide where I wanted to put all of them or how many I wanted to use. And then once I got going, I ended up adding quite a few. I have got lots of questions about what I use to attach my gemstones, and this is actually just a craft knife. I find it easy to cut apart the gemstones if they are stuck together like these are. Plus, it's a lot easier to pick up these teeny tiny ones with my craft knife than with my fingers. They get stuck to your fingers. Sometimes they're a little hard to manipulate. I like to use a craft knife. I find that it really does make it much, much easier to pick all of them up and get them placed exactly where I want them to go. So once I have all of those gemstones in place and have stamped the greeting on the inside, this card is all finished. I hope you've enjoyed this video showcasing the new products and supplies and stamp set in the February 2015 Simon Says Stamp card kit. All of the supplies I've used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Please subscribe for weekly card making videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.